And hello everyone, one more time, one more episode, The Black Book. As you can probably spot, I am recording this one just right after the last one because I am far too curious about it. So I went to have dinner, a nice little pizza, homemade, that we get. If you are in Portugal or you know it, it's in the district of Leiria, and it's called Sangria. It's right next to a factory, Panidor in this case, that is like cakes and all that. Anyway, no one cares. So here I am talking about me again. You don't care about me. You're just here to I don't even know. But I hope there is a part of you that it's here for gameplay or maybe or both. Anyway, 23rd episode. A lot of curiosity, and don't worry if I sometimes take a little break. I really definitely need to take notes from what I've understood. Quick reminder, I'm here, we have 8 locations to look at, and then we have to guess which one is the Leshy that actually is kind of like a changeling. So let's just begin.
God helps, Vasilisa.
We have one shot, guys. Did I save? I'll save now. What time is it? I'm gonna save on this one. Yeah. Okay, so it's there. So yes, I had already saved. Yes. Anyway.
It's a blessing that Galina is alive.
Thank you.
Here, take it. From all of us to you.
All.
Well, I won't bother you. You need to study the book, right?
Wait, I want to ask you about the locals.
Okay, let's start.
Come to my isba. We can talk there.
So I'm gonna put it already. Marfa.
You're tired. Here, better read something. Come in if you need anything. We won't turn you down.
I hope. And I hope the fucking old lady clears the spitting that she did. Here, this fucking floor. Anyway. I'm gonna start with her then. So, 1 song, 3 encyclopedias, 2 Bailishkas. I think I'm gonna do it in order, just like this, but I'm gonna go first to Marfa's because, well, she came here, so we're gonna do this first. Hopefully it's just talking and not like exploring.
Marfa's Izba is
Okay.
richly decorated.
Okay, not bad.
Towels, a large salt pot, and everywhere the wood is covered with murals.
Good.
Greetings, Vasilisa, dear. Well, come in. Sit over there, in the corner.
Yes, corner, still red corner. You're still kinda doubtful about my talent, you know, and still think that I may kill you or something. But anyway. Okay, so keep taking notes. Philemon, the shepherd, by the way. Ephim, it's the hunter. So shepherd, hunt, and Aisia. Is it old lady? So if we're gonna have the choice between those 4, it's gonna be better. We won't have the choice about like 8 people. So
What can you tell me about Philemon?
let's go.
Well, he's a fine shepherd, a knower. Not as strong as you, though.
Has he been in the village long?
Well, he came here before the forest master closed us in here. Yes, only after that.
Wait, what? You just told me 2 different things. Let me read it all out. He came before the forest master closed there. Yes, he came before. Only after that. So before the forest curse and after the curse? Again, I believe this is like a mistake of traduction because the original game, I think it's Russian. I don't want to say something stupid, so one good way of saying this game language. Yes, I don't know if this means Russian, but usually the language that appears first is the original language game. So there might be some mistakes of traduction. We've already seen this, and we've already had messages that were in Russian, not in English. So, I basically got nothing from this because she told me one thing and then the other. If I would have a clue out of this, it would be huge. Because if he would have come before this happens, it would be a good point towards him. But if he comes after, it's against him.
Anicia is very grateful to him for his work. She gave him a belt, you know.
Belt.
She gave it to him right after St. George's Day, when he whispered to the animals.
He didn't take it. You can read this. I'm gonna read it with you, by the way. Just pause it, I'm gonna read it for myself for you. Village, shepherdess, Anna to be late, refused. Weird behavior. One more time, I'm doubting. The one that I'm most doubtful is about the shepherd, this guy. Together, shepherd walked on clockwise, holding an icon, missing players. Special shepherd's spell. So, he's doing this for them, but might seem a little sus. So, sus for now. Sorry. I say magic sus. I'll say it like this: magic suspicious. Magic, like something related with magic.
Other than that, a regular man. I don't know what to add.
Right.
He refused to take it? That's strange. I need to learn about this belt from Anicia.
So I have to come back to her, or to Anicia?
How long have you known Yefim?
Yes, a fine man. Always successful with his hunting, even after all this. He's not himself lately, they say.
Efim, not himself lately. That means nothing. But
The
still a
youngsters
clue.
can tell you more. They watch everyone.
The youngsters.
Tell me about Anicia Ivanovna.
Oh, the whole village heard her arguing with you. I don't know how you could listen to all that. I would curse her for sure.
So no one likes her. But as we've heard also previously about I don't remember who it was. I think it was with that crazy lady that had like this big demon, the huge demon that we end up by killing, burning, and that we hold her, but she's still jumping. Episode 6, I think. A crazy lady. Even like on the like the picture of the video, she appears when me and Nikolai are there. I think it's episode 6. Not sure, but around that. So every village has a black sheep. That's what he said. Maybe it was a reference to this, maybe it was just random, but I still believe in that, so maybe this one is just crazy.
She was born with teeth. By the way, Galina is her daughter-in-law, but her husband passed away.
Wow. So, husband passed away. Galina, her daughter.
A
Let's keep
fine
going.
man he was.
Was.
You saved her, so she might tell you more.
Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna talk to the kids. The kids, the youngsters, could tell me more about Efim, as you said. I don't know, so herbalist. It's to buy plants, but I'll buy it last. First of all, oh, the song. The kids can give me this. Abandoned huts. Yeah, maybe they are there. Lol, it's written here. The young... Oh my god. I need to look better at my screen. It was here. Young. And usually the kids are the ones who sing in this game.
The
So
scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by an old izba. When you approach, they watch you intently. You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
let's have some fun. Fuck, being a DJ is so fucking easy. Anyway. I still want to go. I cannot check anymore! What? Bullshit. So maybe it was just a song. So let's check this, because it has nothing here. I can check again. It is not crossed or anything.
The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim wall. The peasants have burnt part of the forest, but it maintains its size, growing back trees with remarkable speed. You follow your instinct, sensing traces of primitive rituals, and soon come to a tree stump that has the remains of offerings to the Leshy and bullet holes. You notice boot prints in the soot nearby and follow them. Here the hunter's stride is regular, and here it has sped up. Suddenly, the girl's tracks cross that of the hunter. You cannot discern anything further.
So, Ephim, the hunter, forest, clue. So, it might have been normal, just like she ran into him for no reason.
The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim. The
Walk
fog
on the
quickly
forest.
thickens, and you start to lose your sense of direction. Short paws stretch towards you from the fog.
We also have to keep in mind that if it's a changeling, let's say that Philemon, like the shepherd, is the one that actually is the changeling. The changeling can take the appearance of the hunter to do something suspicious, so he will have his hands kinda clean. Let's say it like this because he's gonna blame the hunter. People are gonna think it's the hunter, while he was the changeling, that is Philemon, making himself look like the hunter. Maybe I'm thinking too much, maybe it's far more simple than just this, but anyway. Heal 10 to all allies. Increase in size, becomes stronger. Okay. So I deal. Oh, mistake were made. I forgot to. I forgot to take and send him back. I cannot do it. Oops. Well, we're gonna deal one less damage. So 12 damage to each. My bad. I'm gonna lose so much damage actually. Definitely have to kill this one. So 12, I need to deal 72 damage. So here on top, I'm gonna use single target spells, and I want to see 72. I want to see just 96. Oops, no. 96. Wow. He's gonna suffer a lot. He's gonna take 30 damage per turn. I'm not gonna be able to kill him anyways. So let's just do this. And the damage over time is gonna take care of him. Forgot to say that short. Damn it! It's a lot of damage. Fine. He's gonna grow in size. Okay, fine, 20 damage is fine. Heal 10, okay. So he's gonna take 64 damage, so he's dead. I can only take care, I can just focus on this guy. They have armor, so let's just do this. That. And yeah, you, why not? As you can see, that's why damage over time is so powerful. Next turn, he would take 95 damage. New experience points. I cannot send this. Damn it! That's what happens when you leave the game to go eat, watch a game, and come back. Yeah, let's just say I don't mind getting waste, but my pages need to deal more damage. At least for now. And for knowledge, I think I should just get this. So, next upgrade I'm gonna get this one, and then I'm gonna get... Oops, no, no. There. The other meaningless job. 97 already. I cannot go back. Yeah, let's look at the kids. They might have something to tell me about the hunter.
The scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by an old izba. When you...
We've heard of you, Vasilisa.
Why is he muted? Was he toxic on the chat?
I hope you will help me, son. No one has been able to so far.
Facts.
Galina was her daughter-in-law. They sure did argue,
Okay.
but quietly, so people wouldn't talk. Galina was crying afterwards, she told us.
What's with this guy? Is he hurt?
His mouth's still big. In our village, no ones who call the Leshy's name too often get their mouths tied shut. Otherwise, it's scary.
He might know something.
We don't want to be taken by Vorsa. Philemon doesn't take apprentices. He tells us he will manage by himself.
Philemon? No. Apprentice. Apprentice. Apprentice.
He's right. None of the animals have ever gone missing. I guess the Leshy is fine with just villagers.
This is against him again.
It used to be that some bear or the like would carry away an animal from time to time. We can't tell you anything about the hunter. We don't quite know him. He
Weird.
speaks to the Leshy and nowhere, sort of like you.
He speaks to the Leshy actually makes me think something. The hunter isn't the Leshy, but he knows who the Leshy is.
Well, she's a fine girl. What else can we say about her?
So nothing to say about her. So Marfa, fine girl. I'm actually gonna check the hunter. It was weird. Maybe he's gonna unconsciously tell me
Small
something
hunter's
about
izba
the shepherd.
that is well lived in. He takes care of his home. The window gleams with a welcoming sliver of light. You walk around the izba, but don't find anything worth your attention. You see broad skis in the yard, a device for cleaning prey, and other hunting tools. They are all kept in order.
Doesn't look suspicious actually.
Oh, hey, Vasilisa! Howdy! It's good that we finally have an owner. You saved Galina, so maybe you will free us all.
This overconfidence is purposely made on the game to make you think that, oh, so he's confident. So he's okay. Yes, villagers first.
How long have you known Anicia?
A long, long time. We're from the same village. She's Galina's mother-in-law.
By the way, sometimes if you don't really understand what I say, don't worry.
We used to go hunting with Galina's husband. But he's hunted his fill. He's no more. Yes, a fine man he was. A proper one.
Don't seem too sad about this.
What kind of woman is Marfa?
Oh, a fine woman. Not resentful. The songs she used to sing in the evenings. Oh, those were the days.
War best.
I didn't talk with her much. An elderly herbalist lives close to her. She knows her better.
Interesting.
She watches everyone from her window. Of that I'm sure. Philemon. Oh, a good man. An hour also. Well,
Nothing new.
he's not as powerful as you, but he still knows some things.
So he's not as powerful as you. It does show, like Philemon, the shepherd, show that he knows things, that he can cast some spells and blah blah blah. But he doesn't show himself as powerful because he's hiding the other big spells that he has.
Better go talk to
Might be.
him yourself. Most often he can be found near the haystacks. They're close to the forest.
Right. Facts.
So do you talk to the Leshy?
Oh, not after he hit the village. Well, I do the rituals, the usual ones.
Right.
I found your tracks in the forest by the offering. You were dragging some girl by the forest edge. It was Galina. Did you give her to the Leshy?
Bite your tongue, Vasya.
Who was it then?
Well, me. And the girl was one of the villagers. You can see her in the village right now. I told her not to tell anything. It's a bad omen. I left an offering to him and shut the stump. I've been trying to summon the Leshy for several months straight. I want to ask him eye to eye if Nimza is doomed because of this. But he cares little for us. Will you may be able to get to him? To a righteous forest.
Too much to read. Anyway. By the way, Leshy? Leshy. There is an I here that isn't here. It's kinda stressful to know that two things are typed the different ways, you know? Guardian spirit of the forest. Not his appearance, but usually appears as a bare whole man. Okay, so Leshy. Where is it? Bared old man. Technically, he can fill the profile, but one can recognize him as a Leshy by his cap. It's pulled over his eyebrows to hide the fact that he has none. That's why during the games, young men are present. Eyebrows cover them with flour. Interesting. He also hides his feet in high boots, felt boots. For he has horse hooves, however, he wears right boot on the left. Yeah, the boots are switched. We knew about this earlier from another encyclopedia page. Yes, you can also change his height. Can reach top of the pines with his head when he is in the forest, or become no taller than a blade of grass when he enters the meadow. Interesting.
Galina is Anicia's daughter-in-law?
Galina? Yes, she was married to Anicia's son, but he died.
Okay, so she's not her daughter, she's married with her son. That changes something, because she might not like her and cursed her, so Leshy took her, sorry.
The forest took him, as well as many others.
Or she blame her, Galina, for the guy that died? Interesting. Let's look at the herbalist about Marfa. I'm still suspicious about the shepherd. But
The
definitely
herbalist's house smells like
the
healing
hunter.
herbs. You look around attentively, but you don't notice any signs of evil spirits. It seems that the herbalist is not a witch.
By the way, before every time, literally every time I'm about to click in the middle one, I'm gonna go to all of them again just to see if we skip the dialogue or not.
Ah, greetings, Vasilisa. Everyone in Nimza is talking about you.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
don't care where this village is, in a fog or in Perm Gubernia, makes no difference to me.
Fair enough, we can buy herbs. First this. What are you gonna say for last?
They say the hunters are close with the Leshy. Have you noticed it with yours?
Oh no, don't mention the Leshy. You'll call him.
So what?
The hunter might go dancing with him for all I care. He doesn't tell us.
Suspicions hunter side? The fact that he doesn't tell us? I can just say, I know Messi, but I don't tell you anything about that, so you can never be sure that I actually meet him, nor that I'm not him. Fun thing, by the way, the shepherd is not an option. Does it mean that he is less important? The hunter appeared in every single one of them, Marfa too, I think. But the shepherd is not there.
What do you know about Anicia?
What do I know? The missing Galina was her daughter-in-law. That's what I know.
We
What
notice.
else? A quarrelsome woman.
Agree.
Well, my neighbor lives here. A fine girl, but not very hard-working one. She's young. She'll learn.
Are you friends with Marfa, your neighbor?
She just told that.
Not so much. Recently, I visited her in the evenings. She wasn't home.
Marfa not home at evenings. Interesting.
That happened several times.
Right.
God knows where she was. You could ask a shepherd about her. He leads the cattle to graze in the evenings. Oh, the youngsters. They also like to walk at night. They may have seen something.
Let's check about the herbs. I want. Where is it? This one that deals 20. Next attack deals 1 reduced when taking damage. Armor, that might have enough. I have 30. Jesus. Waste on me, no thank you. Absorbs next negative status. Might be handy. Decreases in page, okay. Not really interesting. Anyway. Thank you. I'm gonna see the kids again, because she told to check about the youngsters. Youngsters? I think it's youngsters. Maybe they'll give me something new.
The scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by.
We've heard of you, Vasilis. I hope you will help Nimza. No one has been able to so far.
Too new.
Have any of you seen a hunter by the forest edge? Well, don't be scared. I can protect you from him. You can tell me now.
Interesting.
One of the girls confesses she saw you seen by the forest edge. She said the thing was asking the Leshy to free Nimzia and bring the missing people back.
Did you see where she walks at night?
Marfa walks at night? No, it can't be her. But someone definitely walks the streets. Must be the devil.
One more point against the shepherd.
Recently, Galina went missing, and we noticed some shadow getting into her house.
Or the old lady. The old lady also has the card about, okay, we introduced this person as a hateful person. The first interaction that we had with her was she literally spitting in our house and trash talking her for I don't know how long. So the game immediately introduced her to us as an hateful person and to someone that we should hate. That can be a double card, basically. Oh no, this is a bad person, you see. So yeah, be careful with her. So people think, okay, that's too obvious. But then they might play the reverse card, thinking that people would think this. So because they introduced her as a bad person, they will immediately start thinking, okay, so they won't think that she's guilty, because people will think it's too obvious. If they know this, and if they did this, it's smart, definitely. So I reconsider Isa again, or Razia, whatever.
One of us was placing a candle for her in the corner in the evening, so that the forest would let her go. Suddenly, we heard some rustling and saw the door open. It was Leshy. Who else? He immediately ran out of the spa. We found his tracks in the morning. Someone must have been carrying a heavy soul off to the forest. There must have been Galina's second spirit when Leshy was holding her. The tracks are deep, so this spirit put up quite a fight. A scary thing.
Interesting.
Galina was her daughter-in-law. They sure did argue. But quietly, so people wouldn't talk.
I'm listening to the song again, yes.
Galina was crying afterwards, she told us.
Interesting. I'm gonna talk to the shepherd. Really suspicious.
The shepherd is sitting by the haystack, hitting his poo drum with sticks. Fog surrounds him, covering everything with slippery moisture. You smell mold and mushrooms.
Ah. And mushrooms. The same mushrooms, maybe, that we found in the cross. When we found the crow for the first time, when we made the circle.
From one Noah to another, I wish you well.
It's him. It's the shepherd. Look at the way he covers his eyebrows. I bet he has big boots too. He's old looking, he has a beard, he's covering his eyebrows. Remember what the hunter said. First us.
They say Yefim the hunter communicates with the Leshy. Could he have set up these disappearances?
No way. I was writing charters too, but who wants to curse? He isn't to blame.
Are you sure?
Well, I only do what needs to be done.
As a Leshy. Or a shapeshifter in this case.
Everyone likes Martha. She treats many of us to gifts. But I don't like her very much. The woman has a mind of her own.
Because she gives too much. Do you think this might interfere with your offerings?
That's all right. I'll have a chat with her when the time comes. Oh, a
Sus.
quarrelsome woman. She's the one who cursed everyone, that's what I think. His son was Galina's husband, so she herself cursed him. Who else?
She would curse her son. Her own son. She seemed angry, but not mad at this point.
Have you ever seen Marfa when you brought the cattle for grazing in the evening?
I have, yes. But I haven't seen where she went. Maybe the youngsters saw it.
We know this already.
You came to Nimzia after the Forest Master hid it, right?
Yes, I was unlucky. The Leshy caught me. Doesn't seem that I asked for an invitation when I entered his domain.
What were you doing before this?
I was a worker. My father was old and couldn't support me. I made my own way.
Right.
Shepherds also communicate with Leshy. He watches after the animals for you. Did he give you any helpers?
Nah, just some silly things. I don't measure up to you, Khaldoons.
The way he
I
talks.
do everything by myself. It's scary dealing with the forest. Everyone says so.
Not for you then.
I need to look after the cattle. They won't punish some icon, but they will punish me if anything happens.
Cattle raising and further provisioning in the na-na-na. Extremely important. Summer was short, but na-na-na. Cattle, I know. I took in weight, sorry. In a farm is next summer landscape. Stop. If the place is enclosed, the shepherd was unnecessary. Does it mean that he was free to do whatever he wanted? Like Leshy tasks? Or whatever? What? Didn't really help. Besides maybe this part. Interesting. I'm still betting on this guy. If we talk again to the kids, are they gonna tell us something new? Because he told us to see them? Sorry for this.
The scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by an old...
We've heard of you, Vasily. I hope you will help Nimzia. No one has been able to so
Nothing
far.
new. So let's talk. I'll talk to Galene and her. Talk to her and Galene. I'll talk to the crazy last because reasons.
Galina is doing well. She's sitting at the table and is already busy doing housework.
First is
You search the yard and notice the tracks the villagers told you about. Someone was dragging something heavy towards the forest.
do we have something new on this side? I'm gonna talk to her after.
The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim wall. You have
We
no
do.
difficulty following the tracks left by the Leshy when he took something heavy from Galina. The tracks stop by the hole, clumsily masked with grass. Inside you find a chest filled with various everyday things. Kitchenware, jewelry, fabrics. Looks like someone got caught on an old nail inside the chest. A triangular piece of cloth dangles upon it. The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim wall.
Interesting. Why would the guy steal from her? Maybe to
Galina
sabotage her,
is doing well.
so she
She's
wouldn't have
sitting
anything to give to
waiting
Leshy.
and is already busy.
Vasilisa, I don't know how to thank you. You'll always be welcome in my house. Well, come in. Sit here, under the icons.
What is
Do
this?
you remember the time when the Master of the Forest took you? What did he look like?
My memory is foggy, Vasilisa. I can hardly remember any of it.
Did he look like anyone from the village?
No, he was dark, as if made of wood, covered in moss and mushrooms. He nearly crushed me with those roots. God help me.
Galina starts to sob.
I remember one thing he told me. I can't pray.
The shepherd, I think he told us that he skipped prayers. Not allowed to pray. This happened just the other day. I went walking to the pothouse. He was red shirt, coat, and sheepskin. Yeah. A trader person just followed. I was kind. He asked him what. There's not a lot to pray. Weird.
This woman came to me, Anisia Ivanovna.
Oh, Lord help me. Even the Leshy won't take that woman. I know. I used to be her daughter-in-law. He's friends with the shepherd. I bet they both talk to the Leshy. But I don't believe they are to blame for the missing people. They are fine men. We're friends. I love her. She used to bring me and my husband lots of gifts, especially after our village got closed. She's so kind.
She's out of the equation, I'd say. Suspicious. The hunter, not that much. I have to look at his face, the drawing again, literally his portrait. But the shepherd is my number one. There are too many things pointing out on him.
You're Anisia's daughter-in-law?
Was.
It was. An absurd life that was. Well, it's a sin to complain. We all live as we can. My husband was taken from me by the forest. He died. God rest his soul.
Now that I think about it, can her husband be the Leshy?
What kind of man was he?
A good one, loving, so unlike his mother, Anisia. When he died, she blamed me, said I cursed him.
And they came for revenge to take you, or to take you back with him?
Did you argue?
We had some disagreements, but I don't think she cursed me. I don't remember any such thing.
Cursing someone is also a little extreme.
The Leshy came to you when he held you in the roots.
God save us. My life is not enough for him. He wants to curse my household as well.
How so?
How? Why else would he take all my copper dishes? It was all that was left from my husband.
Why would he
And
do
it's still
that?
early. I saw the trail leading into the woods. The damned chort. I'd rather be dead.
I'd rather be dead, they type. He'd better take me instead. Her husband is probably
Galena
Leshy.
whimpers.
You have to talk to her again? Sorry, talk to her? Not that I want, but we have to. So, Sussy, her, that I'm gonna talk to.
Like many
Suspicions?
other houses
Big
in the
suspicions?
village,
The shepherd
Anisia's
and the
Izbah
husband that is
bet
dead,
because
but
of the wildly growing forest. You knock at the door, and your acquaintance opens it for you.
You again, witch. Ugh. I'm looking forward to never seeing you, you damn vulture! Well, what do you need?
Thinking accuser.
You him? He's a fool. I bet he's the reason the village got stolen. I bet he wrote his little charter wrong, and the Leshy was only too glad to grab it all. Phew. Godless coldoons. Ah, another curse maker. This one is worse than all the rest. His mug is all rotten.
Like, they are probably baiting me, but they are making this so obvious that it's a shepherd. Rotten. Rotten like mold Mushrooms and stuff.
Just like yours.
Yeah, okay,
He
shut up.
does nothing. Only feeds here for free. I know exactly how these Noah shepherds do their work. The wolves watch the animals instead of him. He's only dilly-dallying.
If a golden was hired as a shepherd, he might fool around quite a bit. Too much pointing out on this guy. He can understand animal languages. There was once one such a call in his village, and he was the chief person. She gave him some walls. Were they kind? Not were walls. The walls squared the ground, while the girl was resting in the shade of a tree. Yeah. Resting. The crow tells us the Leshy was resting. Resting, shepherd. Same verse.
That girl's a hypocrite. Wants everyone to like her. But she's got a mind of her own. She's gonna give us trouble.
This bitch is making me doubt now about the only one that I don't think it's Leshy. Facts.
They say that Galina that went missing was your daughter-in-law, right?
That's none of your business. You lousy witch! Get lost!
Anicia pushes you away from the door and slams it shut in your face.
It's so annoying that this guy. The game wants us to hate her. I'm not gonna say more bad words.
Galina is doing well. She's sitting.
Yeah, sure, Galina, thank you. I just used you as a reset checkpoint because of this old, not kind lady.
Like many other houses in the village.
You again, witch!
Yeah, okay, shut up.
What do you need?
Marfa says you gifted a belt to Philemon.
I did, and he didn't take it. Still walks in his red one, damn him.
Belt. Not cap. Belt.
The Susietka was
Unless
all night.
it's
Looks
this.
like I made a bad belt.
Like, belt, usually it's like for the pants, of course, but this looks like the kind of thing that we gave to the Panya. No, the fire spirit, you know, that we fight, Nicola's wife. And she wears it here. He prefers wearing a cap that covers the eyebrows.
Although, I did it with proper permanent patterns. Why am I telling you this? A witch won't understand.
I do.
You only want to walk around bareheaded. Ooh.
The Susietka didn't get angry for nothing. I should speak to him.
I'm not gonna do this for now. Соседку. Yeah, I should talk to him. Who's the соседку? No. I'm gonna check one by one.
Galina is doing well. She's sitting at the table and is all.
Vasilisa, you'll always be welcome in my house.
Cannot say anything. Hunter. I have all of this, by the way. I have to see what this says, by the way. If I can accuse the old lady, I can accuse the other three. Like the hunter, the shepherd, and the
hunter's bar that is well lived in.
Oh, it's good that we finally.
Yes, I'm skipping it with the mouse wheel.
You've saved.
What this says? The village was built around. I mean, yeah. I'll get around as soon as I find. I still think it's a shepherd.
The Leshy's domain stands before you.
Nothing. I really thought it's Marv. But she's doing at night is kind of weird, of course. Why did he took the silverware?
Marfa's bar is richly decorated. Towels.
Well, come in. Sit over there, in the corner.
They say you walk the streets at night,
Ah.
acting strangely.
Triangle shaped. That's what we found in the forest.
Oh no, Vasilisa dear, God forbids. I sit at home, that wasn't me. Who walks at night at all? I'm too scared.
He still is eyebrows, I guess.
So where are you walking at night, Marfa dear?
Nowhere, help me, Lord. I'm telling you, I stay here around the house.
Maybe a Susetko left a piece of your dress in the chest with the stolen goods. Do you break into all the locked houses?
Marfa suddenly falls at your feet.
Oh, don't ruin me, Vasilisa dear. I knew right away as soon as you appeared in our village that you'd find me out. I took the goods from Izbos where no one stays. Those that belonged to ones taken by the Leshy. No one else need those things, right?
She's admitting something that isn't what I want. So this immediately removes her from being Leshy. She basically, what she said was, she goes to the houses of people that were captured to give all the goods to Leshy.
I swear on the cross that I've never cursed anyone. I loved Galina. I grieved most of all. The goods are my sin, but it's all for the future. All will serve the village as soon as the Leshy opens it back up. I will give everything to the monastery. And I
So she was the one who took the goods too, from the guy.
I can give you some money now if you want it. But don't tell the others at the gathering.
No.
I don't need your money. I have to think what to do with you. You've wasted my time.
Thank you, mistress. Don't ruin me. I'll be sent to a labor camp. I'll die there too.
Marfa
No, you
starts
won't.
to cry and whimper.
The kids, I think they have nothing else to say to me. The herbalist actually, does she have anything to say to me? She's not a Susetko, right? Susetko is like an animal, a familiar.
The herbalist's house smells like healing herb.
Ugh, I don't care where this village is.
Can you tell me about this piece of cloth?
I don't know. Looks like Marfa's dress. The pattern is the
Yeah,
same.
we already knew this, thank you for nothing. They're probably not gonna say anything to us, because the thing was already full. It has like always 3 options, and to go back.
The scarce
But,
Nimzia
never know.
We've heard of you,
Vasilis.
I hope you will help Nimza.
Yep.
No one has been
What I was
able
saying was
to
this,
so
the
far.
3 clues, and to go back. So yes, I'm going to this guy. I'm still curious about the accuse. It's just a talking. It's only like definitely.
The shepherd
when I
is
go there.
sitting by the haystack.
From one Noah to another, I wish you well.
Nothing to tell you. Let me look at the hunter again.
A small hunter's izba that is well lived in.
Oh, hey, it's good that we finally have a knower.
It's not him.
You saved Galina, so maybe you will free us all.
So do you talk to the Leshy?
Oh, well, I do the rituals, the usual ones.
One that is called Leshy. That's what I was wanted to go. Skip. Pulled over his eyebrows to hide the fact that he has none. Baird old man. Baird doesn't look that old. I'm just gonna see what the accuse is, and we're gonna get onto someone. We are 1 hour thinking into this. Basically, I knew from the beginning that it was him.
Like
I had a
many other houses,
suspicion.
Anisia's izba is
Susetko.
because of the wildly growing forest.
But we basically know it's the
You sneak under the branch through the bent gates,
the
whisper
shepherd.
secret words, and notice
Yuck! And nowhere, Khaldoons. I hate you kind. What stench!
Wait, kind host. I want to ask you.
Don't you try throwing sand in my eyes. I feel evil emanating from you. Like from the belt my master wanted to trade. Don't think he didn't trade it. All covered in evil markings. Doesn't have eyebrows. I punish her and punish you.
You notice the shadows grow darker in the corners. The Susetko is not alone here.
Attack me. Maybe the old lady is kinda cursed because of this, actually. 8, 14, 18 damage to each. Yeah, that's it. So he dies. He dies. He's at 27. So 4, 8, 7. I don't know. Should be enough. Just in case. They're all dead. There we go. I'm gonna see the old lady again after taking this one out. There. I had a clue about the sky. But again, I'm doing this for like the last half an hour is basically just
The shepherd
one more clue against the
sitting by
shepherd.
the haystack, hitting your blood runs cold. He wears his boots on the wrong feet, and the footwear is too thin at the ankles.
Do we need more clues? But still, the last thing I'm gonna do is accuse the old lady after everything I have against the shepherd. Just to see what she says.
Like many other houses in the village,
You again. Well, what?
I heard you argued with Galina.
Argue, not
Her
accuse,
son's
maybe.
death. You cursed her and wished the Leshy would take her.
Anisia's face changes, and she takes a step back.
Well, why did you freeze there? Did you curse your daughter-in-law?
Anisia makes another step and
So,
almost falls on the
Let's
bench.
look at it. Even if she cursed her daughter-in-law, it doesn't make her the Leshy. Because she cursed for the Leshy to come.
I did. You guessed it, witch. It's as you say. I am to blame. And what of it? It was Galina who cursed my son.
I doubt.
Who? You're a witch, and she might as well be one. You found I'm not scared.
Oops.
Tell it to everyone at the gathering if you wish. I cursed her, and I curse her still.
Okay.
And I curse you. I wish the Leshy would tear you to bits.
I just hope I can like send the short back
Get out!
before I fight him.
Anisia pushes you out of the door.
Finally that we still have a random clue out here. Yeah, I cannot come back, but I cannot send this one, can I? Meaningless task? No? Really? Meaningless job? Neither? Really? Oh. Anyway. I think she is where the last clue that we got went. And I got the achievement from Steam. I still don't know if you can see the achievements from Steam.
Galina is doing well. She's sitting at the table.
Chris, you'll always be welcome in my house. Well, come in.
Nope. Maybe him?
The shepherd is sitting by the haystack.
From one Noah to another,
Stop pretending. I know that you're a Leshy. It's you who's been kidnapping the villagers.
What are you talking about, Vasilisa?
The shepherd abruptly jumps up and backs into the fog. You don't have time to say a word before his stretched out figure disappears into the tall trees.
After him. It won't do much if I go after him, right? He's just gonna make me run around, so...
Looks like the village was built around barns. Makes it easier for the villagers to take grain and flour for their everyday needs. Here is where public hearings take place. It's quiet here now, except for the sounds of fir trees, nudging their dead relatives with furry branches. You tell a couple of kids to gather the village. The crowd.
Why are you gathering here? To listen to that
The
bad
village.
witch?
6 people. And the Leshy.
Hold on. Why should we leave at the mercy of the Leshy?
The peasants mumble in approval. You feel uneasy from dozens of eyes looking at you with a mix of
Because the girl is not there.
expectation, contempt, and hope.
Something. Her daughter-in-law. The one that got kidnapped.
It's only recently that I've come to your village. It's clear that something is wrong here, and prayers won't help. I went searching for Galina.
That's it, Galina.
You saved her. Thank you, Vasilisa.
You hear murmurs of approval from the crowd, as well as cries of gratitude.
The forest master is the one to blame. And he's hiding here, among you.
Among.
That's why it's so easy for him to kidnap people. And I know who is to blame. They're waiting for what I say. Who among them is Leshy? The forest master
What?
lives among you.
New
That's
Glue
why he
Hunter?
can't take back the trees. That's why people go missing so often. Your shepherd, Philemon, with no eyebrows and with Leshy's belt, is waiting for you to curse each other.
There you go.
You search the crowd and see that the shepherd is here. A couple of men grab him by his belt and drag him.
He ran into the forest, by the way.
Philemon tries to fight, but then grows soft. You take the book and get ready to bind him with zagavers, but he raises his eyes, and you see that they have turned black. The changeling Leshy easily shrugs off his captors. A strong wind picks up, and the shepherd's figure stretches out, becomes transparent, and vanishes in the swirling fog. Otherworldly laughter is heard from the forest. The frightened villagers scatter to their homes. You clutch your book tighter and run after the Leshy.
So my first suspicion was the shepherd, and the suspicion that was
Wait,
actually
Vasilisa.
more than a
I saw
suspicion
everything.
is
Still
the
can't
shepherd.
believe my eyes. I want to help.
Mm,
Philemon, run that way. I may help you with something else. There is this thing.
next episode that I'm gonna record now too.
Talk faster. I don't need you in the woods. You will only get yourself killed.
A
Point.
wonder-working icon will come in handy to you. I blamed God for all of this, wanted to punish him, and I hid it nearby.
Now it appeared after. That's what I like. Hunter stash.
I will take, if I have time.
I will. Can I send my chart, please? Yes! About the gold, it's whatever. About this is whatever. About this, I don't mind. About this, 4 out of 95, it's whatever. Because it already counts that I don't have that for HP. And the defense, whatever. So yes, everything comes into place. Beautiful. 5,000, I have a next level. And we're gonna set off. Next episode. Let me look at this. And hello, I hope you didn't hear that. So, when I'm posting this, I'm gonna post 2 times 2 episodes in a row. So I'm gonna put a note on my desk. Post 21 plus 22 and 23 plus 24 one day after. So, this way I won't forget, and guys, I'm gonna tell you see you tomorrow. But not before the classic outro. Can I call this an outro? It's just a random blah 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 blah. Anyway, leave a like if you did like the video, or a dislike if you didn't. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and check some other videos that I have. You might like, maybe even more than this, maybe just more. Bro, I'm trying to do a lot of different things. But well, anyways, guys, never forget, stay the way you are, cause you're amazing, and see you. After the recording program trolls me one more time, haha. Anyway, see you guys.